Here today to talk about how to find water sources using historical imagery. This is one of those probably the biggest use cases for historical imagery. You got a tag, you're in the mountains, everyone knows water is backcountry gold, and it's really hard to find water a lot of times without dropping down a ton of elevation to go down a stream. So what you can really do is use historical imagery and start going back on different years, different months, to try to find a different color and sometimes the vegetation. If you can find, historical imagery in late August, you'll see that burnt grass everywhere will be brown. Then you can start to see some of those little green patches. A lot of times I'll go in and I'll mark those as spots where there'll be potential springs or seeps coming out of the mountain. Or in this case right now, I got a little area pulled up right here. Once I dive into historical imagery, click on it. As I go back in time, eventually you're going to start to see some different vegetation colors. And a lot of times I'm going to use that vegetation colors to alert me that there's potential water because it is going to be greener again. So a lot of this stuff is burnt, really hard to see, really hard to notice any of that differences, but when I'm going back here in time, eventually we're going to get to an image. That's going to look really, really great. Boom, right here. We can see all the sort of color difference right here. It's a little bit of green. It is in a little bit of valley and a depression. So maybe if you were above that, you would not see any of the water because the water is probably going to sub out. And right here is probably coming back above the ground as actual groundwater that we can get. And if you look down here too a little bit, I found this one a little earlier. You can see right through here, all this stuff down here is really green. And anything that's going to be green or it has some trees, some aspen trees or whatever it might be, you can usually assume there's going to be water. So this is really great. So again, if I go back in time to the latest date, it's really hard to see in this image if that's going to have any water or not. But as I drop back down, again, I can see a lot clearer in the terrain. See that green difference, see the brown, potentially there's going to be water there. This is probably one of those areas I'm going to drop a waypoint, and then when I'm in the field hunting, I'm going to check it out either way above, like I said, or down here. And then again, I could go all the way down the bottom of the mountain, but this is saving me legwork. This is saving me energy. This is saving me calories in the mountain. If I can find some water that's up higher where I'm glassing, rather than dropping down all the way to a bigger giant stream. So this is why I love using historical imagery. Find that green stuff, find that water, find that backcountry gold, stay up high, stay glassing, find those animals. So use this tip in historical imagery, and I guarantee you, your legs are gonna benefit from it.